It's 150,000 right there. So yeah, it's all there. What's going on? It's Colin Brown here from Business Credit Unlimited, and I'm back. If you didn't know, I help business owners start, grow, and scale their companies using 0% business funding and also business lines of credit when that applies. And speaking of, what I wanted to do here is if I could help others. I've been posting on my YouTube page here, so we getting cranked back up, baby. But what I wanted to do is go over a recent approval that I personally had. Now my clients, they've been crushing it. We're doing millions in approvals. However, I've been kind of slacking myself. I haven't really been going for business funding in my own business specifically because I've just been so busy actually helping my clients. But what I did recently, I got approved for a 150K business line of credit from Chase. And I wanted to break down all of the different data points that I have and different things that I know, just in case this could apply to you too as well. And I wanted to spill some of the myths out there because there's a lot of videos out there and people saying 250K, no doc, and all this different stuff. So let's talk about it. First of all, just for proof, I do have it pulled up here so you can see this is actually my business account. I'm going to refresh it. Hopefully it don't show any proprietary information. But yeah, that's me refreshing. I'm refreshing one more time just in case. This is my actual online account. And you see it says business line of credit. Available balance 150,000 right there. So yeah, it's all there. Now that was just so you can see I'm not just throwing random stuff out there. Some other data points I need to put on here. $375 annual fee. Okay, so let's go into it. What were my personal data points? Is it no doc? All that good stuff. Can you get it? What we need to have to get it? All that good stuff. Let's go over it. So at the time that I applied, my personal credit score, Experian was 820. Okay, with TransUnion, they actually pulled Experian and TransUnion. I was surprised because for the most part, they only pull in my state, which is Alabama. My business is located in Alabama too. Normally, I only get Experian pulls anytime I do anything with Chase, but they pulled. Let me put that on here. Pulled Experian and TransUnion, just so you know. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't know my TransUnion score off the top of my head. It was very, very similar. It was probably somewhere between 816 and 822. So it was right around the same. So you can pretty much just say that. Credit utilization was 4% precisely, if I'm not mistaken, approximately, I should say, around 4%. Now, this is a data point I wanted to put out there just so y'all would know. I have 2 Chase Inc. business credit cards already with Chase, and they're at around 40% utilization. And I still got approved for that full 150K. So that's just something to keep in mind. Even on my personal cards, I only have one personal card with them, the Chase Inc. Preferred. Not Chase Inc. Preferred, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the personal card. Even though that utilization was like either at 0 or 1% or something, my business utilization was at 40% at the time. Still got approved with it. Personal relationship with Chase was around 6 years. So since 2018, at the time I'm recording this. Business relationship since 2020. And my overall credit history is like 8+ years for credit cards. In like whenever I got my student loans, 10+ years in general. Average age of credit history, like 4 or 5 years, because I had a more recent account that pulled it down. So that's kind of my data points on that at the time I applied. Now let's go into some other data points, and let me really go into this line of credit, because one thing that you guys need to understand about mainly any line of credit, but in specific this Chase business line of credit, y'all, it's lies out there, y'all. It's lies. You're not going to get 250K, 100K, 50K, even a line of credit just based on your personal credit alone with no business relationship with Chase. Okay, a business line of credit works way differently than it does for a business credit card, right? Because a business line of credit, you can pull cash from it. So what I'm showing you there, that 150K, I can pull all 150K out if I wanted to in cash in my business checking account. Okay, and can use it as cash. So think about it, like what bank is going to give you access to that amount of capital, that amount of funding that you can use any way that you want to, for no doc and all that, just for you existing. And some people don't even talk about the personal score, because yeah, you can get I ain't gonna say a lot because the amount is lowering nowadays, but you can get business lines of credit just off of your personal credit score with a shorter history with whatever institution it is. There are banks that do that, but the amount of business lines of credit out there that we able to get is getting lower and lower. Like, so really, y'all, we really need to be focusing on using our business credit cards to grow our business. So that way we can get access to business lines of credit. Oh yeah. Another data point, now that I'm thinking of it real quick, LLC established in 2017. So 8 years. So my LLC has been established. So that's another thing, like 7 or 8 years. So anyways, well, I was talking about business lines of credit. Yeah. So we need to be using our business credit cards in order to build up our businesses to where we can get access to business lines of credit. Okay. So let's go over some other data points. And this is why I'm going into whether there's no doc or not, or I'm going into that part now, whether there's no doc or not. So for me specifically, it was no doc because it was an instant approval. Like I literally put in an application and like 5 minutes later I was approved. Okay. But the odds, if your data points aren't, better or similar, the odds of you getting an instant approval is very low. What data points are important? So one, having a merchant account where I'm actually processing payments is everything. So if you have a merchant account with Chase and you're processing payments, like for your business, I'm not talking about depositing money. A lot of people think that if they deposit money into an account, then you're building a relationship with the bank. Not necessarily. Processing payments from clients, from customers, that's building a relationship. Having, having a payroll with a bank, that's building a relationship. Merchant accounts, building relationships. Okay. And other products that they have, that's building relationships. Not just taking $20,000 and dumping it into an account. They're cool with that. It doesn't hurt you. But if you really want to go after the bag, you need to have a business that is actually generating revenue from customers. And it's because it's coded different in your account. Like if you just put in cash, like 10K cash, it's going to be completely different from getting 10K from actual business transactions. So it's very important to understand. At the time I applied, I had around 50,000 in my business checking account with Chase, and the revenue was around 1.5 million, because you typically get, for lines of credit, you typically get 10% of your revenue. Whether that's actual or stated depends on the bank, right? So you'll typically get 10%. 10% of 1.5 million is 150,000. That's how I got the 150,000. Am I saying that you can tell Chase that you make a 1.5 and you're going to pop off and get 150,000 on a line of credit? Nope. Especially without that merchant account and without the history with Chase. So to be more direct about the information out there, no, you're not going to get a no doc, instant approval, 250K loan, line of credit, credit card, or anything with Chase without having this. Like, that's just a lie. People need to stop saying it. It's just not true. Okay. But can you get a business line of credit for no docs with Chase? Absolutely. I did. I just did it. But you have to have, some data points there. And guess what, y'all? I'm not saying too that you have to be processing 1.5 million to get 75, 100K, 50K. You can do it. You can do it, but you want to be with Chase at least 6 months and have at least 10K in your business checking account. Okay. Preferably from business transactions, but deposits may work as well. Especially if you've had, like, if it's from, like, if you're just depositing 10K, I would try to be with Chase like for a year before I would try this, because there's no one size fits all for this. Like, maybe they go in and they still give you a 50K business line of credit and you just deposited 10K and you didn't even have a merchant account with Chase. But I would want to be with Chase longer than 6 months to do that. Possibly you can do it at 6 months too, but preferably you want to have it from business transactions, but deposits may work as well from the data points that I've gathered from myself and from clients, because we're crushing them with the lines of credit too. Okay. Anyways, lastly, there's a $375 annual fee, as you saw on the screen, if you saw that there. And I use a business relationship manager. I did not apply online. I did not just go directly in the branch and speak to the people there. A business relationship manager is a step above the bankers that you see inside of a branch, and they typically only work with clients that are generating over $1 million in the business. With that being said, if you work with me, you get access to my relationship manager with Chase, and not only with Chase, but with other banks too that I've established relationships with. Okay. So that's some of the main data points there. Did I skip over anything, y'all? I think that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions. Look, I'm not putting this information out there to sell any dreams, to say you can get this 150K to just for having a checking account. You just open, put 10K in there, and then you say you make 1.5 million. You're probably going to get asked for docs. Matter of fact, 10 times out of 10, you're going to get asked for docs in that exact scenario. Build some time with Chase. It's not going to be a quick hit for most people, but if you already with Chase, you're showing transactional history, right? Then you can go for this thing. Now, if you want to have a business relationship manager versus a standard banker processes application for you, don't have anyone as of this current moment, then you can work with me. You can work with me and my team. This is a service I provide. I help business owners obtain 150K plus, 50 to 150K plus, and 0% funding, and like you see here, business lines of credit. So I'll post a link in the description, but really I'm not even here for that. You don't have to click it. You don't have to work with me. I just wanted to get the information out there either way. But that's pretty much it. Talk to you guys on the next one. about to start back getting back here on YouTube. I've been on Instagram. I will put that link in the description too as well. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.